me. They won 8-5. Not a huge comprehensive victory is what I was expecting from USA South, but they got the win. That's what's important for their campaign. And now they face Cayman, and it should be a thrilling contest here at the UE Bowl.
And again, Cayman kicking off from right to left of your screen here against the USA South team. And we're going to see a lot of close contact and lots of direct running from both these teams in this competition today.
Red captain ready?
And again, referee in the middle making a debut in the center is Kenisha Vincent from Trinidad and Tobago, former national sevens player.
Congratulations to Kenisha.
And again, fumble of the kickoff there, and the first mistake by the USA South team, not able to handle the kickoff. It was Mandy.
Mandy reeling.
Unable to rope in that kickoff here, and the first scrum of the game, and the first nerves for the Cayman team in this tournament.
Well, let's see what Cayman can come up with. They've obviously been training for this competition for a while now. They've been watching the other teams competing over the last day and a half, and now it's their turn. Scrum their ball inside the USA 2020, inside the USA 40 meter, and a huge shove by the Americans.
And again, the USA tried to shoot it out wide there, and hand error gifted Cayman back the ball. And what can they make from it? But again, with evenly matched teams, Brian, mistakes are the key.
Well, we've seen that in every moment of the last 2 days. It is worth mentioning, folks, there is rain coming down right now. It's just started in the last 5 minutes, so that could make conditions a little slick here at the UE Mona Bowl. But otherwise, other than that, it's a pretty calm day. A bit of wind, but not too bad. So handling shouldn't be that much of an issue, but we'll see if this rain continues on.
And again, big shove, big bodies there from the USA South team, but Cayman happened to manage it there. They're trying to shoot it out to the speedy winger, but great switch back inside there, just change the line of the attack.
Huge tackle there from the USA South.
A big shove there by the USA number 12, Cynthia Campbell. And again, great feet, great positioning there. But Cayman on the attack, they still have possession and just making it inch at the moment. Show and go by the number 10. What can she do? Great step. Steps 1, steps 2. And we seem to be on the dance floor here as Cayman seem to shiver the way through all their defenders at the moment. The number 3 for Cayman Islands right now, Jasmine James, trying to get on the outside and is unable to finish. Ball turned over by USA. Resilient defense and a little bit of patience there reap rewards for the USA team.
Well, that line break was made by Molly Kehoe. And a huge hit there by Cayman in the middle of the field. That line break made by Molly Kehoe made her international debut at the age of, I think, 17 in RAN, at the RAN Sevens qualifiers in Nassau, Bahamas. She's got a bright future with this Cayman side, as you see there. She's got a great game vision, good step, just saw the gap, and she made the gap actually open up herself by faking a pass, stepping hard off her left foot, and getting some good go-forward ball. We'll see how she can do. She's a youngster on the squad, but she's in the fly half position. We'll see if she leads this team.
And again, it's a big look. Maggie Ebags there, trying to push her way over the line there. And Cayman is going the direct route right now as McCarthy uses her strength and power to get over the line. Quick offload, and Cayman's over the line. And held up there. Good work to stop the try in the end, but Cayman, nice aggressive push for the try line.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Cayman made their return to international rugby in Nassau 2 months ago, and they scored right off the bat in their first game. And right away, we've seen them on the front foot here in the opener of this first half as Molly Kehoe gets back on this ball. But it's gathered by the Americans.
And again, great pressure by the Americans there. The kick is only as good as the chase, and the great chase it was by the 5 meter dropout there. USA South just pushing short of the opposition 10 meter line, and they're ready to pounce with the overlap out wide if they can use it. Out wide goes USA South trying to take on the line there. Great tackle. And great defense there by Cayman. They're stopping just short. And fumbled in the tackle there, trying to get the offload.
Well, that's about an 80-meter swing. Cayman on the goal line, pressing for the first try of the match, and then it's held up and not really thinking, they didn't really know what was going on. Goes all the way back down the other side. Bit of an unfortunate play there from USA. Should have just taken that ball into contact instead of trying to get, you know, a 50-50 or less than 50-50 offload. But as I was saying, off the goal line dropout, Cayman didn't realize that they had to get back for it. USA just sent it down the pitch, had the chase on, and now we're deep inside Cayman territory when we should have or could have been 80 meters down the other way, Kelson.
And again, when we look at options, Brian, the option was 3 points. Instead of trying to tap and go, just get the scoreboard ticking. As we see, Cayman with the scrum just inside the 22. And we can see, interestingly, what Molly Kehoe will do. As again, impressive shove by the USA South team as Molly clears her lines. Not an excellent kick, guarded by the USA 10. And they look to shoot it out wide to speedy winger Amanda Watkins. She's a handful to take down, and again they pick and go short. USA just rumbling forward at the moment. And again, great work by this referee here, staying on top of things. Big run here by USA South, fending one, fending two, and a pop back inside the big number 6, reaches over try time USA South. Rachel Bradley stretching over the whitewash for the first try of the game. USA South 5 points the better.
Well, that was just some sensational handling. That was sideline to sideline. As you see this ball just go through the hands, good strong running. Kehoe can't bring her down, and she just offloads back inside to Bradley, and that's just a great team effort there from the Panthers.
And again, all this stem, Brian, from the kick and chase early in the game, really pushing the USA South into the opposition half, and great work and great powerful scrumming so far from the USA South team.
The first day of competition here in the women's 12s. All these teams are playing 2 matches to decide who will go on the first 2 games tomorrow, or they are the semi-finals to decide who will go on to the finals in the final game tomorrow. So the top 2 teams from each pool will advance, and I love the Babe Ruth point here.
And again, great strike by the USA South kicker. They're pushing the score to 7-10, and all kickers have weird or strange characteristics when they perform their duties.
Well, we've seen some pretty interesting kicking techniques over the years. The Elton Yantes has got the dance that he does. Dan Bigger does the Big Arena sometimes, and Cindy Campbell, she's got the Babe Ruth point. I'm calling it right now. I'm giving it a name. That's exactly what it is, and it was good for 2 points there.
And for those of you viewing here, Round Women's 12 competition here at Huey Mona Bowl, Jamaica. You can come on down, admission is free. Also, you can watch in the Sportsmax and the Sportsmax app. And again, it's Cayman. Elaine Whitfield trying to take it up. No advantage gain. Tackle was high by USA South, and Cayman take it quick. And it's Molly Kehoe trying to push it out wide. Loop around play. Choose a dummy, and smart playing by this number 10. Very elusive rugby by this young lady.
Advantage on.
And again, the referee's not happy. Pushing the back 10 again. Molly takes it quickly. Quick feet, looking for the offload. She doesn't need it. Does she get it all the way? Just short. And
oh, I don't believe it.
Across the challenge. Who took it in?
We're waiting to hear from the referees.
Cameron, on 5.
As we catch the replay here, here's Molly Kehoe, steps hard off her left foot, splits the gap, tries to reach out, got a diving tackle over the top, and it looks to have been spilled forward by one of her teammates. Well, Molly Kehoe, she is just a firecracker every time she gets the ball in hand, and so close to scoring the first try for Cayman.
And again, USA South can breathe a sigh of relief there as they were caught napping, and Molly with her dancing feet free just slipped her way through the USA South defense. But again, solid scrum by the USA South, probably a bit heavier on the pack.
Advantage offside right.
And the referees now place offside Cayman Islands. And again, USA South get another chance to clear their lines.
Back. Sorry? I believe so.
Brian, how important is this women's 12 for this region at this moment?
Well, it's vitally important. Women's 15s rugby is growing all around the world. Starting next year is the WXV program, which is the international competition led by World Rugby, which is trying to get 15s rugby, high performance played all around the world. And our region has frankly been struggling in the last couple of years to get international women's 15s, and this tournament, which has been played for the last 5 years as a 10s tournament, is a stepping stone for us to go throughout the region from 7s to 10s to 12s and then to 15s. Clubs and regions and countries need to continue focusing on 15s by growing the base of players, not just for 7s, not just in the Olympic programs. It's about the culture and the as many people playing the game of 15s as possible, and having 12s here in our region is fantastic, and just getting the ball back in the hands of as many women's players as possible and working towards playing 15s. So what we're doing here this week is developing these athletes.
And again, exuberance there by the Cayman team there. Started the play with Quincy Cusack, the captain, really just leading from the front there, just marshalling her troops there. And they just tapped it in an unfavorable position for the referee as McCarthy pushes her way through, using her strength to roll the tackle. And again, we look for Molly Kehoe to do something special as the big number 4 for Cayman tried to push her way through. That's Maggie Ebans just pushing her way over the line, but the ball seems to be turned over illegally by USA South. And quick tap by Molly Kehoe. Quick step, just short to the line, and the referee just stops there for a bit of discipline.
17
The referee seems a little bit of indiscipline here. High tackle. Kiki Jordan, the number 17, is off for 5 minutes in the bin.
Penalty.
So the rest of this first half, Cayman will have a player advantage as they look to score their first try of this match.
And again, it's McCarthy using the route 1 approach. Cayman spraying out wide, waiting for the ball to be recycled. It shoots out wide, great work, and it's Molly Kehoe out wide. Steps 1, steps 2, finally is brought down. And again, quick feet by the playmaker from Cayman.
Well, unfortunately, it's been spilled forward, so an opportunity for USA to clear their line if they just send this downfield.
And again, there's a sweeper. Jasmine Line just having trouble collecting it. Support finally arrives. And again, they seem to be a bit isolated with that tackle there. But Cayman do well back in the hands of Kehoe. Kehoe distributing again. And huge hit by Mandy.
Hold on, number 7.
Number 7 for the USA. Big hit.
Number 7.
And again, the play just stopped there for player to get some attention. And a very exciting game so far. Close encounter. And who are...
I don't think that was a card. Did you give a card?
As we look at the replay, they're just tipping the player over. They're the number 7.
So what that play right there was, anytime a tackle is made, it's the responsibility of the tackler to bring the player down to the ground and not toss them down and not bring their hips above their shoulders. So essentially that means is you can hit players basically as hard as you want as long as you don't drop them and you don't tip them where their neck and their head and their shoulders will go below their hips, which is an old tip tackle and dumping people onto the ground. So in that instance, the referee has said it was a dangerous tackle. So now USA South will play the next few minutes with 2 players in the bin.
There's opportunity now for Cayman Islands to use their numbers advantage. It went backwards, show and go by Molly Kehoe. And Cayman have opportunity to really capitalize on the short-changed USA South team. I see a big run by the number 12 there, Chanel Gall. And she makes huge line break up the line there.
Well, I would have loved to have seen Chanel Gall make that gap brilliantly like she did, but then link up with her outside support. She had players with her, and unfortunately was a bit isolated, but they've got the ball back because USA turned it over. So we can see if we can get a replay here.
Knocked on, she played it back.
And again, this play will be interesting. USA South too short. That means the Cayman Islands, as you look at the replay.
Well, we're going to get a glimpse of the replay here. The knock on, not the line break, unfortunately.
But again, two-man overlap in the line out, in the scrum here, sorry. So Cayman have the opportunity for numbers out wide. Once they could get it out there. And this would be an ideal opportunity for Cayman to score and really get the team on the score sheet. Again, pick and go by McCarthy out wide there. She's handled well by the USA defense.
Over! Come on, Cayman!
Kehoe acting at scrum off there, pops it out to the hooker, Cusack, and big tackle again by the USA number 12, Campbell. Cayman looking to shoot it out wide, but lose possession. And again, these opportunities which went a begging is ideal for Cayman to get back in the game. As you see USA go on the outside, there is the winger. Amanda Watkins kicks it down the field, trying to kick and chase it. It rumbles out to the touch, and good attempt or good idea, just the execution was just a bit off.
Well, I know the folks at South Sound Ground on Cayman Islands at the Rugby Club are probably watching this on the big screen, and they're probably heartbroken with the amount of ball in hand that Cayman have had and not able to capitalize on any of it. There's been so many times where Cayman have gone into contact without any support around them, and the ball is just poached immediately, and that's exactly what happened on the 22 when they have two-player advantage, and then USA goes right down the field. Now they're inside Cayman 22. So it's just making opportunities work for you and taking advantage of them, which is what this young Cayman side is learning to do. Here's Molly Kehoe. She sends this one into touch.
And again, maybe the last play of the game here, and again, Cayman not really using the two-person advantage to their benefit. The score remains 7-0 in favor of the USA. Again, USA South, two players short. Line out in favor of USA South. Overthrown the back. Knocked on by McCarthy, but the ref plays on. And there is the halftime whistle. USA South leads 7 points to 0 over Cayman Islands. We'll be back after the break. And we're back here at the Huey Mona Bowl, Jamaica for round women's 12 action. Cayman just under 7-0 to the USA South team, and very impressive first half. Big hits and big runs from everyone. As we look at the highlights from the first half here, we see Molly Kehoe showing her dancing feet here, just stepping all the way through the USA South defense. Just the last pass just doesn't seem to be going to hand as it should. And again, even match again by loads of the teams here, as we see. Great hands by the USA South team, the big number 8 pushing through, and then the smart running by Rachel Bradley, the number 6, to score the try. Conversion successful, and the USA up in front 7-0 going into half. But then the brilliant Molly Kehoe again, really using her innovation to really dance through the USA South team. But discipline has been the factor for the USA South women, as not one but 2 of their athletes were pinged with yellow cards in the first half. And Cayman Islands was unable to capitalize on the great numbers. And again, we can, as we see from the highlights there, great chip and chase by the winger, just didn't execute it properly. The USA South winger, Amanda Watkins, did well.
Joined now by Henry Warnock-Smith, the assistant coach for Cayman Rugby. Talk to me about this first half.
Really, really impressed with how the girls started, actually. They really brought a lot of intensity. I think we need to be a little bit more clinical in our decision making when we get down to the right areas of the field. But the intensity and the physicality the girls have brought in our first ever 12s game is fantastic to see, and really, really proud so far.
Cayman Rugby is growing, whether it's men's, women's, 7s, 15s. Now you're bringing 12s into the mix. How important is just being here for these athletes?
Massively important. I mean, the only way to expose and to improve is to attend tournaments like this, and it's fantastic that they're back on the circuit. The uptake of girls rugby and boys rugby at a young age in Cayman is growing. It's huge. We've got a lot of people down the club every week, and obviously, hopefully, with more experience, it will translate into better results, better performances, and will be a force for some time, hopefully.
Joined now by T. Fletcher, one of the players for USA Rugby South. How do you think you guys did in the first half?
I mean, I'm proud of our team. You know, there's definitely things we can clean up always to keep just building every game, every day. But to, you know, get 2 cards a minute apart and to still keep possession and not give any points, like, we really came together. It was challenging. We haven't practiced that yet, so I think we did really well.
You've got a group from all down the entire southeastern USA. How exciting is this coming together and playing in this tournament against international sides?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing to be able to play at this high performance and just come together and to really only get to meet each other a couple days in advance to put 6 training sessions together. We're all bringing different skill sets, so it's like a huge melting pot, and we all just trust each other. There's an amazing bond that we have already. So.
Mona Bowl, Jamaica for round women's 12 action. Cayman Islands versus USA South. The USA South have a slender 7-0 advantage over Cayman Islands. An excellent play by the USA South women, especially players like Cynthia Campbell, literally leading from the front with her play.
No, absolutely. They've got a strong team all across the board. Kiki Jordan, DP Watkins, G. Durkin, Callie Woods. They've just got a strong pace of play. And what I noticed about this USA South team is they play a really controlled brand of rugby. They don't let their emotions get too high. You heard in the interview at the halftime that I did with T. Fletcher, she just said, look, we had 2 players in the bin, no problem, we keep our composure, we keep rolling on. They made a few really smart kicks as well, getting out of harm's way from the goal line dropout, as well as when it went to the far winger on the other side, just hoofed it downfield and just got the chase on. This Cayman side has some good athletes, but maybe not quite as much rugby experience perhaps as this USA South team as we get back underway here.
And again, kick out by Campbell, exactly on the 10-meter mark. Referee Kenesha Vincent happy with it. And big run by the number 17 here. Super energy after coming off the sin bin here, just making amends. And again, USA South trying to pick up where they left off in the first half here. And again, all the way out to the winger number 13 there, just taking 2 or 3 players to pull her down. Molly Kehoe finally gets her to the floor. USA spreading ready for the attack. The try scorer tries to push it out wide, and a fumble there. Bootlaces pass there by the try scorer.
Well, take a bow, Molly Kehoe. That was phenomenal. We've seen that she has the step and she has the skills to lead the team from fly half, despite being only 17 or 18 years old. However, that cross-cover tackle, see if we can get a replay on it. She basically tracked about 40 meters cross field, and USA South had the overlap, and she got the job done in making the tackle, and that was a try saver. So if Cayman can get out of their half here, that's basically a 5 or 7 point save because of her. So we'll see if they can use it. USA South back to full strength, so 12v12 once again here.
Another solid push by USA South, putting Cayman under loads of pressure, and Kehoe, not exactly what she wanted as a kick, but got it back smartly, and again they Cayman recover.
Not really, Sam.
Kehoe trying to buy time, and Campbell picks and goes quickly, smartly by Campbell. Try time, USA South.
Well, the double finger guns are coming out. We knew it was coming at some point from the Americans, and there it is. Try time for USA. Just calm, composed, collected, knowing that that kick was not the way Kehoe would have wanted it, and basically not releasing is the call there from Kenesha Vincent. Quick tap, and just no mistake. Straight up the guts. Second try here for the Americans.
And again, the inside center, smart play. Really just looked up and saw Cayman napping at the middle there, and just tap and gone. Easy 5 points as you like it, and USA South take charge of this game.
I sent an email to the entire coaching staff of USA South before this tournament started, and I said, look, I'm doing a profile of 1 player from each team in the player to watch category, and all 3 of the management and coaching staff responded to me saying Cindy Campbell. Without a doubt, she's the player to watch, and we've seen that so far today in this women's 12's opening day, that she can get the job done offensively, defensively. That kick not on the mark, but she's really one of the strongest athletes in this competition that we've seen so far.
And again, Molly Kehoe really needs to get Samara McCarthy into the game a bit more. Super standout player in the Sevens version earlier this year, and they really need to give her a bit of room to use her speed and strength to really bring Cayman Islands back into this game. And again, USA South doing excellently well to manage 2 players short for such a long time as we get Cayman started back off, gathered well by the number 14, Chrissy Colston. The referee has a hand up for advantage. USA hit through the gap, big run by the number 8 there. Corinne Priest, she looks to shoot it out to the winger, and again it's Campbell with the ball, steps back inside, wrapped up by Kehoe. Kehoe has problems to get it down, but the tackle's a bit too high, and the referee has a arm out for the advantage. USA South try to push it wide where the numbers are, easily dispatched by the Cayman defender. And again, USA scrum pick and goes wide out to the winger. The winger steps back inside, but impressive defense by Cayman on the wings there, just stopping the attack. And again, it's the number 7, fresh from the sin bin, energy to burn, pops it off the try scorer, the number 6, Rachel Bradley. And again, USA try to get it out wide. Steps one, looks for the winger out wide. And again, USA dancing in the red zone right now, putting loads of pressure on Cayman Islands. Back out to Kiki Jordan. Kiki Jordan all the way. Can she go? Big run under the sticks. Try time, USA.
Well, look at the smile on her face. That's sensational. I hope her friends and family back home are tuning in. That's Kiki Jordan. And that attack from USA was just relentless. That did not stop. As we get a replay here of Jordan, just nobody wants to touch her. She just goes through and smashes her way forward. That attack from USA went about probably 10 or 12 phases. That was sideline to sideline, just phase after phase. And that's what I've said about this USA South team. They're just working their systems. They're doing what they need to do to get the job done. Cayman showing a bit of flair and a bit of excitement here and there, but it's been USA just controlling the play the entire game so far.
And you're right, Brian. Cayman Islands really to pull it together. Molly Kehoe is attempting to do everything on her own, and she needs everyone else to step up around her and really help her with that support.
Yes, I've told the general.
As you watch Campbell with the conversion attempt, pointing to the sticks.
It's called the Babe Ruth technique.
Is that trademark, Brian?
Absolutely it is. You're hearing it here first. If she ever makes the USA Eagles or goes on the HSBC World Rugby 7 series and lines up any of those, they'll go, Brian called it first.
As Cayman makes a substitution, Samantha Galvin comes on the field for the first time in the match.
Cayman Rugby, of course, coached by Mercedes Foy, former England international, now the director of women's rugby on the island. And every time I talk to her, she's just chomping at the bit. She wishes she could join these Cayman athletes and get out there and represent her new country. But unfortunately, she has caps for England and has not lived on the island long enough to be able to take advantage of the new World Rugby laws where you can switch. Maybe in a few years' time, we'll see.
And again, we see USA great catch as T. Fletcher just manhandles two players there before she goes to the floor. And again, nice deep pass as they try to release the ball out right. This Campbell again trying to release the winger out wide, shepherded in by McCarthy. Goes and back up, looking for a great pass to the winger on the outside there. That's Amanda Watkins, just get pushed out the touch there.
Oh man, that would have been incredible. Look at the smile from the Panthers players that they knew that was fun. That was special. That would have been 80 meters of sensational rugby, but just tippy-toeing down the sideline. Referee, I think it's Fernando Garcia is there and just was there. She's smiling. Oh, that would have been amazing. As the rain is pouring in now, this is going to change the game considerably as the rain's coming down. As you see in the shot there, Cayman coach Mercedes Foy just mentioning earlier, playing rugby in England, she's used to this rain. Probably not quite as warm as this, but used to it.
And again, excellent defensive work just done by the Cayman number 12. Chanel Gall just pulling the winger out to the touch. As the referee signals the free kick here, so USA get yet again another opportunity to run at the Cayman lines. And with a downpour of rain, it's going to change the tactics of the teams here, as the ball will be a little bit greasier than usual, and they'll need to really own and champion this ball. USA South tried to push it out wide there. Out to Campbell. Campbell shoots a long pass out to the winger. Greasy ball through the hands. Great recovery. Cayman Islands get opportunity to reload in defense. And again, this greasy ball has really changed the dynamics of this game so far.
Not by one. Scum right.
Well, as you said, it's greasy now, and you're going to have to change your tactics. Campbell still tossing a double miss pass there off of her left hand, which just shows the skill that she has. But now the forwards are going to have to sort of bear down a little bit here in this scrum. And the backs, maybe get rid of those 50-50 passes. If you're going into contact, secure it, go to ground, and just try and keep the ball alive here. I'd love to see Cayman get back on the offense here and score something so that they can build into their later game here today and both games tomorrow.
And again, Cayman trying to run out to their 22. Ball popped to McCarthy and easily handled by the USA defense. McCarthy seems to be locked down by the USA defense here today and give away the penalty. Quick tap by Fletcher. Fletcher looks for the offload out wide. Try time USA. And again, sharp work there by the USA South team. Just caught Cayman Islands napping there. And Fletcher just offloads to the player out wide there, score in the corner. Four tries, the better USA South are over Cayman at the moment.
As we catch this replay here, T. Fletcher just takes that ball, has a player in support on the outside. Well, it was a bit slippery getting that ball down. It may have been bobbled as it was touched down, but the try has been awarded. So another 5-pointer here, as you just see how wet it is. And just the last sort of 5 minutes that have come down, keeping this field nice and soft, which is good, but making things tricky for both these sides.
And again, difficult kick for Campbell on the touchlines here as he does a signature Babe Ruth, Brian.
There it is.
Kicking stance.
It's going to start trending on Twitter soon.
Just off to the right, and Brian, we need to see what will Cayman do from this try. As we can see, Chanel Murray coming on the pitch, substitution number 18 for Cayman, trying to inject some new life into the team, as well as Jenna Richards coming on the pitch, the number 27 for Cayman Islands, and we can see what impact can they do for this team.
Yes, I mentioned it before in one of the earlier broadcasts. It doesn't matter what you call them, finishers, pain squad, substitute, whatever it is. The people that come on in the second half to replace the starters have a job to do. It's hard because you don't know when you're coming in, you don't know what type of environment you're coming into, but you have a job to do. You have to basically finish out the game, execute the systems that your coach has brought into, and assess what's going on in the game, and basically come in like a house on fire and get your job done. And that's what we'll see if these Cayman athletes can do, and try and see if they can score their first try and their first points in this game.
And again, we see the slippery ball, hard to catch of the kickoff there, as USA spill the ball there and give Cayman a scrum, and Cayman, fresh legs on the pitch, can really have opportunity to strike.
Well, I wonder if our camera folks listening right now can hear this, but off your screen, on the very left side of the field, the entire Cayman men's team, who have a very crucial game coming up, are standing watching the women, and they were sitting on chairs. Now they're holding the chairs over their heads, the entire team. We'll see if we can get a shot of it. It's pretty funny. The entire team standing there with chairs over their head, cheering on their fellow country athletes.
And again, the rain pouring in heavily now here at the Huey Mona Bowl, making difficult conditions to shoot it out wide, and maybe opportunity for the Cayman winger Cassandra Johnson to have something happen, but the ball is lost, and pick and go by the USA number 12, and it's Campbell, big break down the outside, can't she go all the way? Oh, McCarthy on the chase, great cover tackle by McCarthy, and stops just inside the 22. USA South still hammering home, trying to get to the Cayman try line. And again, it's forward ball, just taking the yards, the easy yards forward. Tackling that rolling away. And Fletcher tries to take it quickly. And she stops as the scrum half tried to put some order into this attack. And again, this heavy rain really makes it difficult for these players to really go out there and perform.
Well, absolutely. This isn't easy for anyone. This is some pretty hard rain coming down here. Under 2 minutes to play in this contest. Comfortable lead here for USA South.
Chelsea Roble just hammers herself into the defenders there. Looking out wide, the scrum, the 10 tries to get the player out wide there. Easily taken care of by Cayman Islands. Leave it! Looking for the bigger bodies here. The scrum half finds it in Fletcher. Fletcher eludes the first defender, but the ball is slipped out, picked up by the winger Watkins. Watkins tries to make a couple yards forward, but it seems to be lost picked up by Cayman Islands as number 12. Goal tried to chip and chase, but easily guarded by Watkins. Watkins, a wayward pass. Picked up by USA South, but she has a number 23, Stacia Thompson, all the way, steps back inside, over the line, try USA. The substitute Thompson coming on there with quick feet, nifty footwork there, and a strong run gives USA an extra 5 points in this match.
Well, that's brilliant there from Thompson. Just saw the space and just exploited it off of that kick from Cayman. And Thompson knew that she had 2 players to beat and just cut back inside.
And again, this pushes the score up 29-0 in favor of the USA South with a kick to come. Campbell, difficult kick in the wind and breeze, and this heavy rain makes it difficult for visibility, but USA are commanding 29-point lead with just one more play if left again. As we see, Campbell signature Babe Ruth stance there, trying to convert from the 15-meter line. Has the power, not the accuracy. The score remains the same. And again, it's excellent, Brian, to see women's rugby action as well as a woman official in the center circle.
Well, absolutely. We're trying to grow rugby in the entire region. What does that mean? Well, that means men's, women's, 7s, 15s on field. Well, that also means growing rugby off the field. Educators, administrative staff, CEOs, chairs of executive committees, match officials, medical staff. We're trying to make rugby as the most inclusive game on the planet. Rugby is a game for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, who you love, what type of body you have. Rugby is a game for you. And to have Kenesha Vincent refereeing this game that goes in the favor of USA is exactly what we want. And congratulations to USA for getting the victory, and congratulations to Kenesha, a moment that she'll never forget, refereeing her first international match.
That's the final whistle here at the UE Mona Bowl. USA South 29 points to 0 over Cayman Islands. We'll be back after the break. As you see, nice clear weather to start the game, and Molly Kehoe showing up dancing feet early in the game there, just stepping multiple defenders there, just lacking the support in the end with a final pass. And you Cayman Islands really knocking on the door early in the first half against USA South. But later on in the game there, we can see the big number 8 pushing through the line, and then nice support running by Rachel Bradley to score USA South first points of the match. Again, an excellent kick by Campbell to push the score 7 points to 0 in favor of the USA South team. And as you see, Molly Kehoe again trying to do it herself, just needed extra push, as we see a couple cards in the first half. And again, Molly Kehoe again trying to do it on her own on the highlights there. Just needed a little more support from her teammates in the essence there. And then quick work by Campbell, tapping it quickly and diving for the line, adding extra points in the... Again, USA South really pushing her again, and Kiki Jordan again untouched, running straight through the middle of the pitch there. An easy try on the sticks, easy as they like it, as jubilation throughout the USA South team. Easy 2 points for Campbell again, just adding to her tally. And again, we see Campbell showing her distribution, shoot it out wide to Gabrielle on the wing, and then Watkins getting back in the outside, but excellent work by Chanel Gall to just pull her into touch there. But USA South wasn't done, as we see Fletcher taps it quick and goes and pops it to the scrum of Gina Dawkins to score in the corner to extend the USA South's lead over Cayman Islands. And at this point in time, the game has just opened and shut. And then the substitute winger Stacia Thompson just burns down the line, steps inside over the try line, simple as you like it. 5 points on her name here in this tournament. And we're back live here at UE Mona Bowl, Jamaica for more men's under-19 action here at the RAN Tournament 2022. Up next, pool decider, Jamaica versus Bermuda. I'm Kelson Figaro, and with me is former national women's player Maria Thomas.
We're seeing Jamaica warming up, getting that energy going. We just had a little piece of rain there, so it's going to be a little bit slippery on the pitch. As Kelson said, this is a pool decider, so the winning team will top their pool after this match and will go through to the finals.
Again, Bermuda impressive on day one, and they continue today, day two, with the same impressive work